But you
Go
pretty
back.
much you work for yourself, don't you, or no?
Yeah, I go back next Wednesday.
Well, so you can choose when you want to go back, huh?
Yeah,
Basically, basically.
yeah.
Well, that's good anyway.
Somebody's breathing hard. Somebody's nervous.
I think that's Preston. Preston, you got your name? Is your thing like turned up, or is your mic up your nose, or what's going on?
You see my mic clearly.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know what I hear, but all right. Let me send this out, and then we'll be good to go. Make sure we're good. Josh, I was surprised you. I didn't. You didn't have to come on tonight, man. I was surprised you did.
Yeah, well, I missed the last two, so
You'd be all right.
I was ready to get on and tell y'all my rant for the week.
That's what I'm ready for. Oh,
I got a special guest beside me. He can't hear y'all, but
okay. Well, that's good. He can't hear us. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to watch my language. Watch my language.
can y'all hear him?
I just about accidentally. Oh, I said the wrong thing.
I don't
About
think they
almost
can hear you.
the Richmond County Sheriff.
You're about to have to go to bed.
I got him on my phone. About to almost sent this.
You know Roundtree?
No, not Richmond. No, excuse me. Richmond County Chief. What's his name? Patrick Clayton or
Oh.
Clayton. I'm about almost send them. the
So
link.
we need to talk.
He wouldn't care. I mean, he wouldn't. Me and him talked before, but. All right. I think we're good. Well. All right. If you do join, we're about to go live for the podcast. We're recording for our college football podcast. So if you do join, we ain't gonna leave this time. We're gonna go straight in NFL once we're done. Once Preston leaves and stuff. So I
All
just
right.
made a live stream where we'll do that. And then, if you're good, if you can't stay on, that's cool too. I mean,
No,
you got a lot
I
going
think I'm good.
on. All right. I'm gonna start your thing, and then we'll be good.
Oh, you didn't know?
Ocho Cinco, was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
His team hasn't won a national championship since before he was even born.
Diggs gone for the touchdown. Caldwell Pope. How about that one, baby? Let's go. Come on.
Come back, Kelly.
I love college football.
Go Dogs.
Go Tigers.
Roll Tide, roll. Roll RMFT. Roll motherfucking Tide.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the college football weekly matchup, week number 8. Had a good week of college football, as always. Had some great games, some upsets going on. As you see in the thumbnail, Caleb Williams going down, Notre Dame crying a little bit there. Have a special guest appearance there. Josh is back with us tonight after having a baby and been gone for 2 weeks. Josh got the Bama shirt on, is ready. I'm guessing you still watch the games the last couple weeks and get to watch a big game this week that y'all lost last year. Josh, how was your week? How was your couple weeks and couple weeks of college football?
Yeah, just getting ready for the baby and then having the baby, being in the hospital for a couple of days and getting out, coming home. We got out of the hospital on Thursday. We had some stuff to do Friday, and then Saturday I was able to do my normal football routine, and she got to experience her first college football Saturday.
That's awesome. That's great to see. Preston, you're with us tonight. How was your week? Obviously, somewhat of a good game coming up. We have them on our schedule. Clemson still riding high with Clemson over there. How was your week? Obviously, the Braves lost. But
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm a Braves fan too. What you want me to do?
Well, you also said riding high with Clemson as if I've never been as high as I am right now.
But
No,
yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, they're not as high as they always are. But how was your week, Preston? How was your week of college football?
it's been good, man. I can't say it's been any worse than it has. But I'll tell you what, Saturday was a full slate of some really good games, and I think we all enjoyed some games in particular.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Feel like it's been a minute. I don't know why it feels like Saturday has been a long time for me. Bryson here with us with the Gators as always. What a game that was! Big game there. Bryson, how was your week?
Shout out to Shane Beamer's broken foot, number one. Shout out to him.
Late
That's
news.
awesome to hear. That's absolutely awesome to hear. But beside that, great week of football, great weekend. You just sit around the house Saturday and watch football, but glad to be back.
Gotcha. And if you do join on YouTube, feel free to comment if anyone joins. We are recording for the podcast. But let's recap some of the games here. Let's go to the biggest game of the week, probably one of the biggest games of the year so far. Washington defeating Oregon 36-33. Obviously, some questionable calls in that game we talked about. Josh, I know we were texting back and forth, me, you, and Preston and Bryson a little bit. What's your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, man, I thought it was a great game. I thought Bo Nix really performed well. I was obviously that was going to be a good test for him to see if he could have the poise to keep up with Washington, and he did. His coaching did let him down. I feel like they should have settled for 3 before the half. They should have punted and made them go deep. I seen some stuff on social media about they like the aggressiveness right there, not to punt. They hadn't been able to stop Washington all night, but I was trying to figure out what the hell they were watching because Washington punted the 2 series before that. So they did stop Washington there in the fourth quarter on 2 separate series. So, I mean, why not pin them back at least at the 20-yard line and make them go the distance of the field? So I didn't like that call. I felt like Oregon the coaching could have done better, and they maybe could have got out of there with a win. But Michael Penix Jr., he throws the ball 100 miles an hour no matter what. A short pass, long pass. Really impressed with their receivers able to stab those balls out of the air. That was a real good game. That was the main TV game Saturday. So really enjoyed that game.
Yeah, I don't have 2 TVs, so sorry. That was the main game I watched, but it'd been nice. Preston, you had some heavy thoughts on that game during the game. What's your thoughts on that game now?
I mean, honestly, it was a great execution game for the most part for both sides. Really just some bad calling from Oregon. I mean, really going for it that late in the game, really giving an opportunity to Washington to go down the field, and they scored so quickly that they still gave Oregon a chance. So there was execution positives and negatives on both sides. But I mean, it was one of the most exciting games besides the Texas-Oklahoma game a couple weeks ago that I've seen all season. I want to see more games like that. And I'll tell you what, one thing that I really enjoyed is having that marquee matchup at 3:30. Like, it was nice to be able to see that game at 3:30 rather than have to stay up till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Like, I mean,
I like 6 or 7 kind of sometimes. I like the night game.
I like him any time of the day, but it was really nice to be able to watch it when it wasn't my team at 3:30, because that way I kind of relax a little bit the rest of the night and I don't have to be glued to my TV for all the other ones. But I don't know. It was such a great game. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Bryson, obviously Mr. Washington over there. What's your thoughts on the game? What the hell was that look for?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just looking.
Okay, go ahead.
Honestly, I was not really focused on this game. Florida was playing at 3:30, so my main focus was on there.
How can you not be focused? I understand your team. You got to be focused on the game. You all Washington.
So you're blowing out of proportion. I'd say they blow them out, but you blow things out of proportion. But back what I'm saying, I was focused more on the Florida game at the time. Now when they went commercial break, I did watch the game a little bit. But that's a bad coaching calls for Oregon. Not punting and not taking the 3 points. 3 points definitely killed them at the end. It was a great game.
Yeah, he did, but he didn't say Washington was this big team on both sides of the ball. He didn't say that.
And they
but
look
anyway.
good. I mean, I don't know what you say. I mean,
Okay, go ahead. Anyway, let's let's get into it before we get into another rant. Washington, great. We'll see down the road when they possibly match up again. It's going to be interesting game. Like I said, I thought both teams were pretty evenly matched. I liked Oregon in the game. I picked Oregon. If I had to choose it again, I mean, it could go either way. Once again, I believe. But both teams are very well. I thought Oregon had the better defense, but Washington was still able to get the W there. But let's keep it going. Let's go Notre Dame dominating USC 48-20. Josh, I think we all picked Notre Dame in this game. USC's defense not the greatest. Preston didn't pick Notre Dame. Sorry, but Josh, thoughts on this game?
Yeah. Thoughts on Caleb Williams. Really didn't look sharp in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, he turning the ball over like that, giving Notre Dame the short field.
What was it, 3 or 4 times?
3.
It's 3 turnovers. But he gave him a short field. So that's mainly what I noticed during that game. I was watching some other games. I had that game on the big TV until it got to be a blowout.
Yeah, it was a big game. It was a big game, but we kind of knew what was going to happen.
I mean, I figured Notre Dame would get the win. I didn't know it would be in that fashion right there. They got embarrassed.
Well, can I also say something real quick? Could they
ahead.
have chose the worst announcers for that game?
Oh, the NBC. I talked about that. That was going to be one of my rants for the week.
Could they have made it any
I
worse?
don't know who they were, but they sucked.
They're awful.
Yeah,
I never want to hear them again.
I didn't know
They
if
were
y'all
monotone. They were monotone. Nothing was
I
exciting.
didn't know if y'all agree with me because I didn't see nobody respond in the text, but I said that like the first play of the game. I was like, holy crap, I said, here's a rant for you. These announcers suck.
I don't like announcers that get over the top excitement, like every play is the last play of the game, Hail Mary or something. But these guys, I mean, it was almost like they were calling a golf match or a damn tennis match or something. It was nothing.
It was like
nothing exciting.
It was like both teams were like, I don't know. It was like both teams were the away team. I don't know. You just kind of like the high school football game, when they say the away or when the away gets a first down or whatever, how you like it's kind of like that, but the whole game it was weird.
The whole game for both teams.
Yeah, both teams. Yeah, it was weird. But Josh, we're gonna go around here and just say, but do you think Caleb Williams still Heisman contender or?
No, I don't think he's a Heisman contender. I think the Heisman contender was I think the leading Heisman contender was going to be the winner of the Oregon-Washington game. So I think Michael Penix Jr., if he continues to play like this, continues to throw 3 or 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards a game passing, I think he seals the deal with the Heisman. And also, a quick note, and it kind of goes into the NFL too. What's up with Caleb Williams wanting part ownership of the team that draft? That is the most hideous thing I've ever seen in my life, dude. They were laughing. I was able to watch some Sports Center's Pat McAfee show today. They were laughing at him so bad. I mean, Tom Brady can't even get part ownership of a team. Like who's this guy think he is?
It makes you want you to root against him. That's like,
who do you think you are? And the guy on TV says he might not. I mean, he might not even be the first overall pick. There's Drake May, there's Michael Penix. I mean, there's other quarterbacks out there.
I mean, there's possibility, but
there's still some evaluation to go on.
Coming out as well.
Who?
All
Oregon,
those coming out.
Yeah. Bo Nix is coming out, but there's still some evaluation to happen for these quarterbacks. I mean, he doesn't have the number 1 pick sealed in the bag.
Yeah. We'll have to see. Preston, thoughts on the game and thoughts on Caleb Williams? You thinking he's still a Heisman candidate?
I definitely think he's not officially eliminated. I mean, he still has the ability, in a lot of the games he's going to play in for the rest of the season to, wow voters and wow watchers and viewers all over the country. That's, to say that he's completely out of it, I think, it's a little overreaction. He had a bad game. Okay. But so did the entire rest of the South Carolina USC team. I also agree with what Josh said. The winner of that quarterback battle between Penix and Nix that's going to be your front runner for the Heisman. And then whoever finished that game and didn't win is going to be like 2. Okay. So yeah, he definitely pushed himself down from probably 2 to 4 or 5. I'd say he's still in the game. Yeah, but I mean, USC's, for the last, 7, 8 years, this has really kind of been their brand. I mean, they give you all this hype, all this, emotion. You think they're going to be, something they actually have a chance to do something. Then they laid an egg versus Alabama in the opening game of the year. Then they dropped the games to Utah last year. And now they've gotten absolutely blown out to Notre Dame this year. And I mean, it just seems like this is something that continues to happen year in and year out, to the point where it's almost like they're exactly like Notre Dame. Notre Dame had all this hype and they dropped games they shouldn't to other teams. So, I mean, to say that I'm surprised, no, I'm not. I've seen this years in a row. But I definitely think this is, I mean, I'd honestly say if they don't win out, they have no chance at the playoffs now. Not the way they looked.
Bryson, thoughts on him being a Heisman contender, thoughts on the game?
I think he's still in it, but I don't, like Preston said, I don't think you could completely rule him out. But he's definitely not up there. Penix, in my opinion, is still the front runner. Esme had a good game there. I know he had 2 touchdowns for like 95 yards.
They did use some other backs too, though.
Yeah.
Notre Dame did.
Yeah, they did switch them out. But yeah, it was. I knew it was going to happen. I mean, USC's defense is absolutely horrible, and like Preston said, I said it last year. They make the top 15, every single year, and guess what? They fall out. When the season gets going. They're not impressive to me. Their defenses are definitely their weak point. I think we all know that by now. But great game.
Shout out to Dad Mode there. Look at him. I thought he was rushing. That looked like a Dad Mode rush right there. Let's get into the next game. Let's go to Josh's world here. Let's go to Alabama holding off Arkansas, 24-21. Arkansas almost coming back there. I didn't see much of this game, but I know you guys were talking about it back and forth. Josh, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, just the second half, Alabama just kind of sleepwalking, kind of like Greg McElroy said on SEC Nation. Alabama just came out sleepwalking. The play calling really got really bland. Every first down play that we played in the second half was a run right up the middle. Like I don't know. In the first half, it wasn't like that. We had the playbook kind of open. We jumped. They scored on us. It was 6-0, and then all of a sudden, we put together some drives, some deep balls. Offensive line was looking okay. Whatever the over under is on sacks for Milroe, every week you need to go with the over, because our left tackle can't block nothing, and they bring in, there's 2 true freshmen. I don't understand why they don't move somebody else over there. But I mean, I thought they'd be getting better, but Arkansas didn't give up, man. You got to give it to them. But there was a really gutsy call and really gutsy play late in the fourth quarter. 3rd down, Milroe makes a pass. It was third and short, and you felt the momentum shift. Arkansas could have, if they would have got the stop, they probably would have won the game. But Milroe made the play that he needed to make at the end to seal the deal.
Preston, any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, well, Josh brings up a funny point. He says it seems like the offense for Alabama kind of sleepwalking. Hey, welcome to my world for the last 2-3 years, actually. It seems like the offense can't get seem out of their way. Yeah, Milroe, there's definitely I've been, kind of I wouldn't say a supporter, but I've had his back, saying, they got to scheme a little bit better around him. But, at the end of the day, though, he also has to make better decisions. He's got to get rid of the ball and stuff like that. But the offensive line's got to do better. I didn't watch this game as intensely as I did. I was flipping it back and forth. It was pretty interesting to see, Arkansas kind of get that gap a little closed between Alabama for this game. There was a little part of me I was like, oh man, what happens if Alabama loses to Arkansas now? No, I didn't watch too much of it, but I enjoyed the little bit I watched of it.
Gotcha. It'd been a lot bigger if Arkansas would have beat LSU and then, won that game too.
Every loss Arkansas has, they've been in the game or in the lead in the fourth quarter. What's that?
It's at 3rd or 2nd?
What, their loss?
Yeah.
That was their 5th loss.
Yeah, but say they lost 5 in a row, right?
I'm thinking of in the conference, man. Maybe I'm thinking of in the.
Oh yeah, that was their 3rd conference loss.
Gotcha. Bryson, any thoughts?
I didn't watch that game too intensely. What did Saban say about when KJ Jefferson threw that guy off of? It was like
Oh yeah,
a fly on a cow's ass or something like
a
that.
he said it's like a gnat on a cow's ass. He was giving KJ Jefferson praise. You know what they practiced all week. You know, get to him when the defensive backs can get to him and hold on until help gets there. Well, he held on for a very long freaking time and nobody got there. So, you know, KJ was able to shake him after about 4 seconds, dude. I was like, yeah, we're going to attack him, but he couldn't bring him down, man. That dude was like 6'7", 245 pounds.
It's like it's trying to ride that bull, hold on for 8 seconds, you know, get that timer.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But yeah, that was a funny comment. KJ looked good, you know. He was a dark horseman, or if you know, to win Heisman for me. But I didn't watch that game too close. But this week's gonna be interesting for Alabama. You know, face Tennessee.
Yep.
Bryson, let's get into your favorite team here. Florida coming back to beat South Carolina. Thoughts on it?
If you would have told me down by 10 with 8 minutes ago we're coming back, I would call you a liar. I mean, it was a great game between the two quarterbacks. I really got to give praise to Rattler. I mean, he played great, 313 yards, 4 touchdowns, had that 1 interception at the end. Mertz looked great. Ricky Pearsall looked great, 10 receptions, 166 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, we kept our heads down and we played football, and I loved it. I lost for words, honestly. Because when they blocked the field goal, I got really pissed off. I really thought, yeah, this is it for us. I almost turned off the game. I ain't gonna lie to you. About took a nap. I ain't gonna lie, but I kept on watching. It was just amazing.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, yeah, I took the over in this game.
Took the over. Very easy pick. You know, our defense. Good God. I mean, it's absolutely horrible. Fly on a cow's ass. Horrible.
Yeah, I didn't. You know, I was looking at the scoreboard of this game, so I didn't see too much of it. But I was shocked to see him, you know, coming back there. But Josh, any thoughts on this game?
Oh no, I mean, I picked South Carolina to cover 2.5. I thought they would. I thought they did. You know, that game was happening at the same time. Wasn't that 12 o'clock game?
That was 3:30. That was Washington, Oregon's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That, but I mean, that game was intense at the end. So you know, I was paying attention at the end a little bit more. But the TV was muted, so I could listen to the monotone people call that other game, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, Florida didn't give up. So and now they got a week off, and you know, getting ready to play Georgia. I think might
Daddy
be a little bit
down.
I think it might be a little bit closer. People think
Georgia could lose, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, even with Bowers, I think it was still going to be a close game.
I absolutely agree.
If you would have told me we'll be facing Georgia, you know, to go to the East Championship or the SEC Championship, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was not expecting us to play this good. Let me take that back. Play this well to where we're at right now. Like I said, I had us at 4 wins this season, but they actually surprised me. And yeah, I'm glad we need to buy. We got to prepare for Georgia. That's going to be a hell of a game.
Preston, any thoughts?
For the Florida South Carolina game? No, yeah. I didn't watch it at all.
Gotcha. I figured you didn't. I just figured. I just wanted to ask.
I like the truth.
All right. Last game. I just kind of want to recap just because it was big. I know Josh was talking about it. Stanford defeating Colorado. What was that, Friday night? 46-43. Josh, I know you said you watched this game.
The whole game.
You know, thoughts on that a little bit. You know,
Stanford. Well, I say the whole game. I didn't watch every play. It was
29.
Colorado. Yep. Colorado was putting them away, and so late in the second quarter, I turned it off, and then, you know, we had the baby. You know, it was our first full day at the house with the baby Friday night, and she has to get up and eat every 3 to 4 hours. So and sometimes I have to wake her up to eat. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna stay up and feed her at 1:30. And so I did that, but I was watching the game and they kept coming back, and I just stayed on up. I was like, man, I'm just gonna stay up, see what happens. And the largest meltdown that I've seen since the Falcons and Patriots Super Bowl. Like, and this one was a little different, man. This one was like them guys for Colorado were really not into it at all. The defensive coach for Colorado couldn't cover the slant. I mean, they threw the slant pass like 6 times in a row to the same guy. And, they gave up a 96-yard touchdown on a quick slant. That changed momentum in that game. Stanford didn't quit. I mean, just the excitement of the game. If Colorado would have came back and won, I would have been just as excited if they would have came back from 29-0. But yeah, my wife had woke up to feed. We were gonna feed the baby again. Probably it was like not long after the game ended, and I told her about it. Yeah, I was like, "You're not gonna believe this. Stanford came back. It was 29-0." So, but yeah, it was. But I do like what Deion Sanders said after the game. Everything Deion Sanders says before or after he wins is nothing I would ever say in a press conference. But everything he says after he loses is everything I would say in a press conference. It's crazy. I don't know. I give much props to Deion the way he handled that press conference after that game.
Yeah. Bryce and Preston, any thoughts? I know this game was a while ago. Any thoughts?
Well, so the game happened on Thursday, right?
Friday night.
Friday? Didn't even know it was playing. Didn't even know it.
Didn't know it till
I saw y'all's text message. And I was like, damn, I thought this game was Saturday. I didn't even know what was going on. I was asleep before that game was over.
Yeah, I had got back from high school football and it was on when I went to bed. I was tired, but let's recap just the other couple games that went on, and then we'll get to the player of the week. North Carolina defeating Miami 41-31. Pittsburgh upsetting Louisville 38-21. Oregon State defeating UCLA 36-24. Any thoughts, anybody, on those games? I know obviously Pittsburgh kind of a little upset there.
That was a pretty big upset.
Yeah, pretty big upset. Nobody expected that one. So, but I mean, the line was kind of, what was it? Wasn't it was only 7. I thought it would be a little bit more, but ACC game.
Vegas knows.
But you gotta realize Louisville coming off that big win.
Yeah, true letdown spot. Yep. All right, let's get into the players of the week. I'll go ahead and lead us off since I haven't. I'm going to go to North Carolina, and I'm going to go to, I think it's Devontae Walker. 6 receptions, 132 yards, 3 touchdowns. He returned not last week, but the week after being, what was it? He didn't have eligibility or whatever. Josh may know more than me, but was ineligible because he was a 2-time transfer or whatever. He left.
Yeah. It was some bull crap. They wasn't letting him play, but they finally let him play, and that team is a whole lot different with him on it.
Yeah, I mean, he's the number 1 receiver right now, for that team. And, North Carolina might do something big over there. So, Devontae Walker, my player of the week. Bryson, player of the week.
We're going to go D2 to the Drake Bulldogs. Luke Bailey, quarterback, 24 for 32, 411 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Gotcha.
The Drake Bulldogs.
Drake Bulldogs, D2. Josh, can you beat the Drake Bulldogs, player of the week?
Yeah, I can.
Uh-oh.
Let's
not
go
high
with.
school, are you?
No, let's go. Let's go with Stanford's wide receiver, Alec Ayamana, or however you say his last name. Anyway, 13 receptions, 294 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the second half. Had nothing in the first half. All in the second half.
How many yards did you have in the second half?
294.
Good.
Three touchdowns, and did that all on Travis Hunter. He made Travis Hunter
I
look
didn't know that.
pedestrian.
I didn't realize it was that many
That
yards.
that catch on Travis Hunter at the end was
He made him look pedestrian, dude. Travis Hunter's got to pick a side on what he wants to play.
Y'all think
I mean,
he's gonna do? See, y'all think? What do you think you should do, Josh? Receiver or quarterback?
I think he should play cornerback just because there's enough elite receivers in the league and there's not enough cornerbacks to
A
cover
lot
him.
of people saying receiver after that performance, but I think
Yeah, but I think he needs to stick with cornerback. I mean, he did have 140 yards receiving with like 2 touchdowns.
I don't think he's gonna pick a side, but I think he should.
He should be he should stick with a cornerback just because there is an influx of elite wide receivers in the NFL right now, and there's no corners to cover them. So, and I think he could be an elite cornerback. I think in the second half, especially late in that third quarter, he got wore out, and that guy was just beating him. And that guy was, was almost double the size of him. So, cornerbacks are usually smaller than the receivers, but they got a skill set that makes up for it, and he does. And he played really good in the first half. It's just he got wore out and tired, man. I mean, you can't play but so much in the game for you down just ain't productive.
Yeah, Preston, player of the week.
Yeah, so y'all all kind of went out of your way and y'all found like really good players of the week. I'm taking a little bit of a layup, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Sometimes in golf, you got to take a layup to be on the safe side. Yeah, I went with J.J. McCarthy from Michigan. I mean, the dude's playing so efficiently right now. He went 14 for 17, 222 yards, 3 touchdowns in the air versus Indiana. I get it. Indiana absolutely dog walked them.
2 yards.
You said what?
I said you could go out there and throw for 222 yards.
Well, then put me in, coach, because I'm trying to do it, okay? I'm over here on the couch. I'd rather be on the field. But, yeah, I mean, I'm going with him. I mean, Michigan is my number 2 team on my top 4. This is what they've been doing week in and week out. That's why I've got them as high as I have them. It's because of performances like this in games that people think seemingly just do not matter. But he went out there. He put it on them. His team put it on him. Michigan's defense put it on him, and Michigan got the W. That's why I picked him as my player of the week.
I want to give our honorable mention here. I know I mentioned it just a second ago. I apologize. I saw it today on Instagram. I think it was a high schooler, Malake Nicholson. Did you see this, Josh?
Mm-mm.
Of El Reno, I think it's high school in Oklahoma, sets the state record for most yards in a single game, 521 yards, 36 carries, and 8 touchdowns.
Golly.
That's a road to glory stats right there. Good.
Yeah. I saw that today. He was going to be like my player of the week. I think it's high school. It looks like high school anyway. I apologize. I don't know. But, yeah, I just saw it scrolling through stuff.
He had to be playing against a junior varsity team or something.
Imagine you're getting on the bus. And the kid you just played put up 8 touchdowns, 521 yards. Like, what do you say to the coach? What does the coach say to you at that point? Like, do you just
coach,
like walk home? Like, coach, did you see that kid? Did you see that kid? I saw that kid.
He doesn't have to play another down of high school football, and he probably could still get college offer. But yeah,
just wild.
All right, Josh. Let's get into it. We're going to get into the rant of the week. Josh he told us about his rant the other day.
This better be good.
You want to lead off? Does anybody else have one? Okay,
okay. Well, there's your rant. He left.
Okay, he's back. He's back. Does anybody else have one?
I got one.
All right, we'll let Bryson go, and then we'll let you go.
Mine ain't going to be that special.
Yeah, I'll go after Bryson because mine's not as big as Josh's either.
All right. The cameraman for the Carolina-Florida game. I don't know. They don't do training no more. But every time the kickoff happened, the ball would kick off and he would follow. The ball would go up, but the camera would stay up and point at the sky. And it would shoot right back down. And it would zoom in, right on their face and zoom out. Zoom in and zoom out. Dude, I was getting pissed. I mean, I was yelling at the TV. I was like, sign me up. But yeah, it ain't nothing about PetSmart like Josh, but that
don't ruin it. Preston, rant of the week.
Okay, so yesterday I'm scrolling through social media like I typically do 8 to 12 hours a day, okay? And I come across this post. Yeah. And I come across this post and people are giving Dabo Swinney a hard time. And as I think we all know, Dabo Swinney is the illustrious quarterback, head coach of the Clemson Tigers. He made a comment and said that maybe we need to lose some more games so that we can get rid of some bandwagon fans, because even if we lose a game, it's not a failure of a season. And it's like, ooh, Dabo, I don't know if I would have said that, because you can't preach best is the standard and then be held to that standard when you lose 2 games in the regular season in back-to-back seasons. And this season's just now getting halfway over, and tell me that, hey, you know what? I don't think we should be judged so harshly if we lose a couple games. Well, damn it, don't lose. Best is the standard, my ass, if you're going to cry about it. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to sit over here and be like, oh, gee, guys, we'll get them next time? Screw that. We're paying you the highest, salary next to Dabo or Nick Saban to win these football games. You preach to us all in. Best is the standard. I don't want to see none of that BS again on social media. Maybe we should lose a couple more games so that we can get rid of these bandwagon fans. These bandwagon fans flooded your university and all your social media posts. That's why you got this. That's what helped you get these recruits, by winning these big games. Now you're blowing it, and now you're getting mad because you're being held to the standard. Dabo, I'm one of your biggest supporters, but you keep doing that kind of stuff, they'll shuttle your ass right out of Death Valley. I'm just saying, that pissed me off when I saw that. I was like, damn, if our coach is giving up, what the hell can I expect from our players who is being coached by said coach? That's what I got to say on that. Pissed me off when I saw that. I was like, damn, we ain't got no chance if we're going to play like this.
Never forget, all in. All in.
All right. I don't think no restaurant or anything's pissed me off this week, so I think I'm going to pass this week. I'm going to leave it to Josh. Josh.
I'm just going to touch base on Dabo Swinney real quick. That was a hideous statement to make. As the second highest paid coach in Division I football, you are a big time coach. That is nothing. You can think that. That's fine. Say that behind closed doors, but don't sit there and say publicly, maybe we should lose a couple more games. Yeah, that was not what you want to hear from your coach. So anyway, all right. So here we go.
This better be good.
Friday. So we get out of the hospital Thursday. Friday, we have to take her to a newborn checkup at the doctor. And it's about 35, 40 minutes from my house up to Sharpsburg. And we leave the doctor. Everything's good. Got a brand new baby in the car. And I have to go to PetSmart to get dog food because one of my dogs has a gastrointestinal problem, has to have a prescription for $100 dog food. So I already feel the type of way about having to do that, but I leave my son, my brand new daughter, and my wife, who is just had major surgery, in the car to go get this dog food and to get some crickets for my gecko. So I get the dog food. I go over to where the little reptiles are, and I'm waiting to get crickets. The associate is helping this lady. She's there with her mom, and she's there with her 2 kids that are like 4 and 3 years old. Well, the 3-year-old boy is just running around the store. They're not really watching him, paying attention to him. That really doesn't bother me. The little girl picks out a goldfish. The lady gives it to her. And then the little girl's mom says to the associate, I want to pick me out a goldfish. Now, there's a tank, about 500 goldfish in this tank, and then there's a big plastic bag with about 500 more goldfish in there. And this grown woman points to the plastic bag and says, I want that goldfish. Now, have y'all ever seen goldfish? They all look the same. They are the same. So I'm patiently standing there, patiently waiting. And so the lady that works at PetSmart, she was great. She opened up the bag. She started scooping the fish into the tank. And because she couldn't get to that one particular fish without scooping it out, And well, she scoops it in there, and that lady says, no lie, that lady says, there's the one. That's the one I want right there. That was the one. So that lady, for 10 minutes, pulled out goldfish until they got to the one, which wasn't even the one. I was watching. I got good eyes. I was watching the goldfish she wanted, I think, because they all look the fucking same. And then I go to check out. The lady gets my crickets. I go to check out. Well, lo and behold, who's in front of me? This lady and her family with a shopping cart, looked like they've been at Walmart, at PetSmart. And then not just one transaction, they do 2 transactions. So the grandma goes first, and gets her receipt. And on her receipt's a coupon. And she says, while the cashier's checking out her daughter, checking her things out, the lady says, "Can I use this coupon today?" And she's like, "Yeah." She said, "I just have to start it over, to start this over." The lady goes back, picks out some damn dog treats or something, comes back, gets in front of me like I'm not even standing there. And by this time, there's 2 or 3 people behind me. She does the transaction. First, the daughter shook the damn bag of one of the goldfish and killed it right there in line. I mean, they just let her do it, but she pays for the little dog treats with the coupon, and she pays for $5, and she gets some change back. And there's a little help a puppy change thing that's attached to the cash register. It's got a little slot. She picks her daughter up after the transaction's way over. Picks her daughter up and has her daughter put those coins in one by one. And they drop and hit the floor. She stops and picks it up, man. And she turns and she says, "Thank y'all for being patient." And man, it was just, but my rant is about the goldfish. Who in the hell, a grown person, now a parent with 2 kids, like she's raising these kids, I think, says, "I want that goldfish." It's like, I want that piece of fucking oatmeal out of the oats. That one. I want that grit. I want that grit. Come on now. All goldfish look the fucking same. I had just had a baby. I was in a real good mood, but I was just really pissed off because I got the baby's in the car. What if she's crying? Like I'm ready to get back home with my baby.
You're in the store, just curious.
Oh, it was 25 minutes at least.
Yeah. And you pretty much grabbed.
I stood there for 15 minutes waiting on them to pick out goldfish, and the daughter picks out one, and the little girl, she picks out one, and like the lady just reaches in there and grabs one, and then this lady wants her to get the particular one. I guess it had like maybe a black dot on the fin. I don't know, but they all look the same. I'm telling you, all the goldfish look the same. And then to find out, when the cashier, the lady that was checking us out, she was pissed off at them because that they let that girl sit there and shake that bag and kill that fish. So the fish died before it even left the house. Left the fish that they picked out.
Call Peter.
That was, oh man, that was crazy. It was crazy to me. I wish I could have videoed it. It was the dumbest thing ever.
Gotcha. No, that was good. That was good. All right, let's get into the games. Get into some of the games here. We got 5 games we do every week. If you haven't watched, we're doing. We got records. Josh, do you have the records with you? Or
yeah, I got them.
Go ahead and go over the records for us.
All right, so we'll start with you. You went 2-3, losing the Oregon, Miami, and UCLA picks. That brings your record to 20-15. You are now in second place because Bryson went 5-0 and is now 21-14. Me and Preston are tied at 17-18. He went 4-1 with his USC being the loser, and I went 3-2 with South Carolina and UCLA losing. So me and Preston are in last place at 17-18, but we're only 4 games back.
4-1. I think that's got to be the best week Preston's ever had.
Not this season. Don't you disrespect me like that. I've been 5-0 a couple of times, just not this season. Yes.
I don't think
Don't you say that now.
Anyway, so everybody had a okay week. Nobody went over or 1 for.
Started out so hot, I'm falling apart.
I got a little rant.
Got to get back on. Come on now, little. Let's go.
It's little. It's going to probably take 30 seconds. We started off strong with the our locks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then somebody wanted to join with the money. Shout out to Josh. We have not won since he's started to partake in the money part, but it's okay.
Well, I mean, I couldn't have y'all take my picks. I couldn't have y'all take my picks. My pick and make money off of it without me throwing this some money with it.
We won like $100-something piece, and then we were done after that.
Yeah.
I've only missed 1 pick since I've done that. So
well, maybe we won 80 apiece. Maybe it was 160 to go. Yeah. So, well, I don't know.
But
All right,
I've talked to Clay. I'll be contacting Chris and doing a separate parlay card where I send money and I pick my own games. That way I can't blame Bryson for picking the under on a damn high scoring game or something.
Yeah, well, I got a rant for you. This is not the site I use for y'all, but not a rant. But damn, I still can't get my damn money out the other side. I got $800 in that motherfucker, and they asked me to send my damn credit card to an email. I'm not doing that. Yeah, no.
What side are you talking
I've
about?
used it before. I've withdrew from there before. It's just I don't know what's going on.
What side
They
are you
want
talking
your credit card information.
They want me to send my credit card over email. Now they already have my credit card. I'm just not sending my credit card through an email.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not happening. I'll just play
What
the money.
what site is that?
It's called Bet Now. It's a popular. It's called popular overseas betting website. But I'm gonna use my bookie instead. Preston used to use it. I mean, they just need to make it legal here. Whatever, it'd be easier. But anyway, let's keep it going. Go to the games here. Game of the week, starting off once again, 12 p.m. Number 7, Penn State at number 3, Ohio State. Ohio State favored by 4.5. Josh, lead us off.
Yeah, man. What Penn State score Saturday night? 69 or something.
Nice.
60-0. I can't remember the last time Penn State scored that much. They're not going to score near that much over in the Horseshoe. I think, I think Ohio State pulls this off because they are at home. I think they pull it off by a touchdown. I think, I do think they need to change up their offense a little bit. A lot of times they just throw it up to Marvin Harrison Jr. and hope he comes down with it. And that's going to have to change this weekend. But I got Ohio State minus 4.5 at home.
Yeah, I'll go there. If I'm not mistaken, tough defense at Penn State. It's going to be a good defense. Gets about over pretty good. One of the best receivers in football over there. A couple of the best receivers in football at Ohio State. I'm going to go the opposite of Josh. I'm going to take Penn State to at least cover this game. I know Ohio State's at home, but I think the defense of Penn State gets it done, and they keep this game within 3, possibly win this game. I haven't been a fan. I'm still not too much of a fan of the quarterback in Ohio State, but we'll have to see there. Not next game. Bryson, who you got?
I'm going to Ohio State in this game. And I also like the over this game. It's only 45.5. I think that can be easily reached, but I'm going to Ohio State. The University of Ohio State. Sorry.
All right, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much of a high scoring game it's going to be, but we'll see. 45 is, pretty low though, I guess, for points in college football. But how about the one game that's 32 or something?
Iowa and Minnesota.
Yeah. Anyway, Preston, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Penn State plus points. I think they're going to win this game outright. Ohio State is, an exceptional team. We all didn't I go 4-1 last week? Okay. Just making sure I'm on the same page. Okay, there, Chris. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with Penn State plus 4.5. I think they have the opportunity to win this game outright. Yes, they are in the Horseshoe. I think Ohio State's got an exceptional team, but so does Penn State. Penn State's beaten Ohio State at home or on the road before. I think they get it done, but at the very least, I think they keep it within a field goal. I like Penn State to cover here plus 4.5.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's keep it going here. Let's go to the next game. Let's go Saturday, 3:30, number 17, Tennessee at number 11, Alabama. I hope I got those right, Josh. I know you yelled at me before. Preston, lead us off here.
Yeah, again, I'm going to go with the underdog here. I like Tennessee plus 9.5 at Alabama. I think Alabama's going to win this game. I think Alabama's going to, have that slight edge, but Tennessee's got, a pretty okay offense. I wouldn't say anywhere electric like they were last year by any means of imagination there. But they do have the ability to put up points when they need to, and they can get behind your secondary. And Alabama's proven, they can get the job done when they need to, but they've had some, soft spots, in their offense and their defense, on both sides of the ball. I think Alabama wins this game, but 9.5 points with that offense that I think Tennessee can muster up at sometimes with the defense and sometimes lack of ability and creativity with the play calling with Alabama. I think this game is Unfortunately, going to be closer than that. Alabama's going to, try to get revenge for last year. And if Alabama had anywhat of a heartbeat or a pulse over the last couple of weeks, I would have taken Alabama minus 9.5. But at this moment, the way they're playing, the way Tennessee's kind of also limping into this game, they're going to both get up for this game. I like Tennessee plus 9.5.
Yeah, as much as I want to take Bama, to cover this 9.5, just because Tennessee did it to them last year, I'm going to have to take Tennessee plus the 9.5. Like Josh said, Alabama's offensive line, Tennessee's should get some pressure to the quarterback here. Tennessee's defense has been, pretty good. I know obviously they sacked. I know South Carolina's offensive line is not worth crap. Probably one of the worst, but Tennessee was able to get to Radler there. And it's similar, both the quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks they both can sling it. Maybe one and Jalen Milrose a little bit more athletic than the other, but I think it's a pretty good matchup here, and I think it's going to be a close game. So I'm going to take Tennessee to cover at least. Bryce,
I think me and Josh are going to go 0-2 or 2-0 to start this. I'm going with Bama. Tennessee didn't look that great last week against A&M. I can also say the same for Alabama, but I really like Alabama in this game to come back. So, and I also the over. It's only at 48. I also like the over.
Josh,
I don't like the over in this game. I think both defenses are the strong point. I think Alabama's defense is a couple steps ahead. Although Tennessee does have the highest rated defensive player in the SEC. I forget his name on the some kind of power index on ESPN does with their statistics. So I think Milroe will get sacked, but I think Alabama's defense is going to play really good. I think this game's going to be somewhere around 21-10, 24-13, something like that. Alabama wins by 11, so I'm going with Alabama.
Gotcha. Preston, did you pick this game? Yeah, you picked this game. I apologize. Next game, let's go Saturday, 7:30. Number 16 Duke at number 4 Florida State. Florida State favored by 14.5. A lot of points. What's the word on? Is Leonard? Is he done for a while? Or
no? He's there. They think he can come back for this game. They think he can come back and play in this game.
Okay, it's good to know. Bryson, who you got?
I'm going with Florida State.
Any reason?
Okay.
Florida State.
All right.
You're playing at night down there. That's a tough stadium at night. Florida State.
It's not that tough.
Josh, who you got?
I'm going to go with Duke, man. I think they keep it kind of close. I think Florida State kind of pulls away in the fourth quarter and wins by 10, maybe 14, but that half point. So, they may blow them out, but I just got a feeling Duke and their defense, is pretty good. I think maybe the best defense that Florida State's played to date. So, I'm going to go with Duke.
Yeah, Preston.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Duke plus 14.5. I think Riley Leonard does play in this game. I think he is going to be, I don't think he's going to be 100%. Obviously, he's not going to be at 100%, with the injury he just had. One way or the other, I do think Duke is an exceptional team. I've said that a couple of times about a couple other teams, but Duke is a lot better than people like to give them credit for because it is Duke. They are a basketball, predominant school. But Duke and FSU, what did that say?
I apologize. We got a comment in the chat.
Read.
It says Duke and FSU, Wild, both got something in common.
Yeah, screw that guy. He sits right in front of me at work.
Okay.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so Duke, I think, has an ability to keep this game a lot closer than what we would have thought of going into this season. And I think if Riley Leonard can muster up enough offense and can do what they need to do, they've got a chance to beat Florida State. And by God, I'm going to say it. If Clemson's got any chance of making an ACC championship game, we need Duke to win this game. Has to win this game because that would give them their loss in the ACC. Then hopefully North Carolina beats Duke, and then we beat North Carolina. Louisville loses a couple more games. Boom. Next thing you know, we're right there, and we'll have some head-to-head or something like that. I don't know, because you have two teams obviously ahead of us right now, and we'll see how that plans out in a couple weeks. But I like Duke plus 14.5. I think that's a lot of points. I think Duke's going to be a good enough team to keep this game a lot closer. Florida State probably wins this game at home. I'd love to see Duke win it on the road.
Yeah, tough game for me. I didn't know where to go here. But Bryson, you're probably gonna be on your loan. Either Bryson's gonna either even further ahead or he's gonna go down here. I'm gonna take Duke.
Oh shit.
I like the defense in Duke, like Josh said. 14.5. That's a lot of points. I think like Josh said, I think they win somewhere around 10 points or so, touchdown to 10 points, possibly. Florida State struggled in some games, so wouldn't be surprised if Duke kept this really close, especially if Riley Leonard plays. I know it's in at Florida State, but I think this is going to be a great game. So I'm going to take Duke there. Next game, let's go to Saturday, 8 p.m., number 14, Utah at number 18, USC. USC favored by 7.5. I'll lead us off here. I'm going to take Utah. I like Utah's defense. Any word on Rising? I know they kept. Who knows when the man's going to play? I mean, is he going to play ever again, Josh? Any word?
I don't know, man. I don't think it really matters, man.
Every week.
If Rising played in this game, I would
no
take Utah all day. Now, I don't like the other two. I like the running quarterback a little bit more in Johnson, but he's obviously they're going to start Barnes again, I think. But no,
so you're going Utah?
Defense. Yeah, I'm going to go Utah, even though it's at USC. I just think I don't know. Maybe USC bounces back here, but I just like the Utah defense. So to maybe give Caleb Williams some more fits like last week could be wrong, but at least I think this is going to be a close game. Josh, who you got?
Yeah, man. I think USC ran into some type of issue with Notre Dame's defense, and Utah's defense is better than Notre Dame's defense. I think they're going to get after Caleb Williams. I think they're going to get some sacks. Utah is not able to score a lot of points, but I think they will against USC's defense. I'm taking Utah, and I think Utah may win this game outright. So I'm taking Utah.
I agree. The running back and what's his name? Starts with a J. I can't remember, but I believe he can get it going as well in this game. Preston, who you got?
Yeah, I like USC to have a bounce back. I think this is going to be the kind of game that USC is going to, kind of get all the hopes back up. I think they're going to cover the -7.5. I think they're going to just get it done. They are at home. Utah, like you said, with the question marks with Cam Rising, how's he going to play if he plays? Where's he going to be at when he comes back? Utah's got a very, very good defense. USC has a very not good defense. USC has the ability to put up a lot of points. USC might not put up a lot of points. We don't know. I still like, what I think I know about USC and the ability that they can put up points when they need to, just not versus Notre Dame. I like USC -7.5.
Gotcha, Bryson.
They beat us, and they're going to beat USC. Give them to Utah. Oots,
potato chips.
Oots, potato chips. Oots.
This could be our first sponsor.
Yeah, that defense out there, Utah's a whole lot better than Notre Dame. And Utah's got a little explosive offense, and we all know that U.S. defense is absolutely trash. So, Utah.
All right, final game here. We're going to give him a shot here. We're going Saturday, 8 p.m. Should be a great game. We'll see. Clemson at Miami. Clemson favored by 4.5 in this game. Clemson favored. Preston, you want to lead us off, or
let somebody else lead it off?
All right, Bryson, who you got?
Miami losing North Carolina was big. I can see them losing again. I'll go with Clemson. I think they win this game.
I am taking Miami at home to at least cover the points. Who'd Miami have last week? I forgot.
North Carolina.
North Carolina for what was it? 41-31, something like that. Good game there. I thought I had Miami in that game, but
it wasn't close until the very, very last. Like, it was close up until like the first half. Yeah. They were up by 17. Miami scored a late touchdown and put it to a 10-point deficit.
Where is the merch? We ain't got it on tonight. I apologize. I don't even, I forget about that. I don't know what. I still got my shirt. I have to find it. Where's yours?
I don't know where mine's at.
Oh, I know where it's at.
I thought you said you lost it. I was like, well, it wasn't that.
Well, I don't have any.
Yeah, that's Mr. Merch's job. That's the only job he's got, and he can't even keep up with it. Anyway. What did he say? He said, who's picked so far? You? I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm taking Miami at home. Like I said, I just think they got to bounce back from what happened before. I think Clemson can win this game, but I'm gonna go with Miami. I went with Miami last time. I think North Carolina's a little bit better than what some people think, maybe, I guess, too. So, give me Miami. Josh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Clemson here. Even though I wanted to change my pick after I read what I read yesterday about Dabo Swinney saying that. But I think it may be some kind of smoke and mirrors that he's saying. I think he's gonna have his team ready to go. I think Miami, if they would have beat North Carolina, I think that they'd be high on their horse. But the way that Georgia Tech game ended and how they just got kind of handled by North Carolina, I think they're kind of licking their wounds a little bit. And I think Clemson's still kind of hungry. So I'm going to go with Clemson to win this game by a touchdown.
He said, "Where is ours? I want Detroit Lions on mine. If you can get approved by the NFL to get a Detroit Lion on your, no, we could probably get it on there. I don't know.
You can get some kind of line.
Yeah, we'll get you a line. Yeah. Anyway, Preston, finish it off.
You know what? This is going to be one of those kinds of games. I think it's going to be a nail biter to the end, and I think Miami is going to be able to keep this game. Screw that! No, give me Tigers -4.5, baby. I think they are going to get the job done. They're going to put it together. This is the week. Mark my words. Put this as a screenshot. I don't care. This is the week the offense puts it together, hangs, and wins by 17 in Miami. Ooh. Every time Clemson plays Miami at home, beat the heck out of them. Last time we played in this stadium versus Miami, 58-0. Okay, we beat them 58-0 in this stadium the last time we played them. Worst home loss in Miami history. And guess what? It's not going to be the worst home loss, but we're going to beat them by 17 on Saturday at their home. 3 weeks in a row, they're going to be at a miserable loss. They shouldn't have lost to Georgia Tech. They kind of kept it close versus North Carolina. But let's not forget who still owns the ACC. That is the Clemson Tigers. They're going to put it on Miami on Saturday, win by 17. Tigers -4.5. Lock it in.
Made that pick. Oh yeah, I'm rooting for. I might have to go out and buy some Miami gear just for that. Just for that. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. There we go.
Hey, real quick, Chris. As a Georgia fan,
I was going to mention this.
Who are you rooting for in this Alabama-Tennessee game?
Oh, as a Georgia fan, I want Alabama to win.
Every Georgia fan's got to look past their hate for Alabama and hope Alabama gives Tennessee a loss, because Georgia may end up needing Tennessee to have a loss.
I like
their second conference loss. If Tennessee takes their second conference loss, that'll make Georgia breathe easier.
Well, no, I agree. I'm 100% agree. A lot of people can't take their hatred away just because Alabama's been good. Preston is high
because you can't. You can't forget that Ole Miss comes to Georgia in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So So I've been debating it with some people on Facebook a little bit about, I know that Georgia fans don't like Alabama, then likewise, but you can't be stupid.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that the Bowers injury. I was just going to say, that.
That sucks, man. I seen him hobble off the field.
Right,
I didn't think it was that serious.
If I'm not, fully healthy and Georgia drops game or something, I don't know if I don't know. You want to go for a three-peat, so it just depends.
Well, I mean, they're comparing it to what happened with Tua, and Tua came back, but he wasn't 100%, and he's not running routes, and he's not blocking people. Tua came back after 4 weeks, but like I said, it's the same surgery.
I think Brock Bowers is a threat. If he's just in there to block,
he's not going to be able to do none of that, man. Yeah. Tua was hobbling around. He wasn't able to put hardly any pressure on that foot. Jalen Waddle had the same surgery, and he played in the 2020 national championship against Ohio State. And he was more of just a decoy. And that he did catch a long pass, but he was hopping on one leg to do it. So, and we're talking about somebody who weighs a whole lot more than damn Jalen Waddle out there trying to run routes, make cuts, do blocking. I mean, maybe if they make it into the playoffs, he comes back. But if anybody's close to Brock Bowers, who is smart, he's already proven enough to make himself a first round draft pick. I would just worry about the combine. And plus, Georgia, they can say what they want, but people can say what they want, and that just takes away Georgia's like most of Georgia's offense. But Brock Bowers took reps away from Delp, some guy named Delp, Oscar Delp, I think is his name. But that guy is really, really good. I don't know.
I think he's caught a few balls this year. I haven't seen.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if they need Brock Bowers to go to the national championship. Carson Beck's playing better every week. I mean, Georgia's just Georgia.
At this point, the rest of the remaining games on Georgia's schedule, I don't think they need Brock Bowers to possibly make it not to Atlanta. I think they can make it to Atlanta. Do I think they can get over the hump in the SEC championship game without Brock Bowers? That's going to be a tough to ask for, because I honestly think if Brock Bowers doesn't play in an Auburn game,
if they had went out with him. I mean, they still got Tennessee.
And that's what I was going to say, because at Auburn, if Brock Bowers, doesn't make those key catches, there's a chance that Auburn wins that game at home versus Georgia. And, they're sitting with a loss right now, but he made those catches. The game happened the way it did, and Georgia's still undefeated. I think this is going to hurt him. Do we have a timeline for when he's planning to come back for? Because
it's 6 weeks. 6 weeks is the
that's what I heard.
That's
6
the
to 8
best
weeks.
case. That's the best case scenario. If the surgery goes well, the rehab goes well, everything goes well. 6 weeks to start football activities.
And didn't Tua have the same surgery?
Football activities is not the same thing as playing. So, you're looking at maybe the SEC championship game, him being back.
Didn't Tua have the same injury and the same surgery?
Yeah, Tua and Jalen Waddle both did. Like I said, Tua came back after 4 weeks, but he was throwing the ball in a pocket. Like, he never got sacked when he came back. Like,
is that the same year he broke his hip?
He was hobbling. No, he'd done that the year before.
Gotcha. No, I done forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say, at least they got, McConkey's looking better each week, so that's a good receiving threat for him. I think McConkey's going to have to step up big here, and we'll see some other guys. So we'll see as far as receiving wise. But let's get into the locks of the week, and then we're going to end it here and go into the NFL show. I'll lead us off with the lock of the week. I'm going to go over 60 in South Carolina versus Missouri. Both teams, I know Missouri's given up a lot of points all season. So is South Carolina, 60 points. I know it's a, conference game, whatever, but I'm taking the over. I don't think neither team has a defense like the running back and the quarterback and what's his name, Burden for Missouri. I think they'll be able to put up points, and Radler and the weapons on South Carolina will be put up points as well. So I see this being a high scoring game and a great game. So give me the over 60 in that game. Preston.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of a weird one. I wouldn't typically go with either of these schools, even though I like to pay attention to what they do. Air Force right now, 6-0. Okay, they're number 22 in the country. They're playing at Navy on Saturday, a 12 o'clock kickoff game. And the line, I don't know. It's something like Bryson says. Vegas knows something we don't. Both of these offenses have been able to put up points this season, but the spread and over-under for this game is 34.5. I'm taking the over in that game. I'm taking the over in the Air Force Navy game.
I wonder if there's weather or something.
59 degrees and raining.
So it's going to be 15 to 25 mile an hour winds all weekend up the East Coast.
Interesting.
I did hear them talk about that. They were talking about that with talking about the Eagles and the Dolphins game.
Gotcha.
Talking about over in Philadelphia. So you're taking the over 34.5 on Air Force and Navy.
Right, some lock of the week.
I'm going Army LSU 7:30 primetime in Death Valley. 58 points going over.
Over 58. Army. LSU.
The real Death Valley.
All right.
Josh, who you got?
All right. So tell me now what the over is in Alabama, Tennessee.
Where was it, Bruce? You had it, didn't you?
That over in that game is 48.5.
What is the over? Can you give me the over in Utah and USC?
Utah, USC. I can tell you. Hold on. Utah, USC.
54.
There you go.
54.
If you ain't got nothing right now, you can text me.
No,
later.
give me the under in the Alabama game. What was it? 48?
48.5.
48.5. Under.
Yep.
Not bad. I think it's gonna be close around there. I think it's gonna be a lower score than like Josh said as well. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this week. College football. A lot of great games this week. A lot of great games upcoming for the rest of the season. But appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube, follow and download the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And you can check out the live stream. Hopefully every Wednesday we do this from around 8 to 10 p.m. So, and also check out, we're going to new video coming soon, Mulligans Unlimited. Best video we've done so far. Hopefully coming out beginning of next week. I've been trying to edit that. But yeah, appreciate everyone watching. Peace.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right, you're good. Preston.
Hey, mute me.
I will mute you the best I can. All right, I muted him. We're about here like a kadoosh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. Are you okay, Preston? Oh, okay. If you are here, we're gonna record for our NFL podcast as well. If you have any questions or anything in here, that was just our college podcast. So, gonna do NFL, go over some NFL stuff here.
Oh.
Preston, who you got in the World Series?
I'd love to see the Rangers versus the Diamondbacks, but I do think it's going to be I think it's probably going to be Rangers and Phillies. I'm gonna take the Rangers. I'm just gonna have to roll with them because I'm not picking the Phillies.
You're not picking the Phillies, yeah.
Not picking the Phillies.
The Astros to win, but what's the score we got over there? Astros up
5-0.
How about
Scherzer's pitching. Ugh.
How about it? Come on, Astros.
They got 3 games in a row right now.
I don't hate that. I don't hate the Astros. I always liked the old Yordan Alvarez.
I bet you did.
He always hits a lot of home runs. He's won me some money in fantasy. Oh, here you go. I got the. I was going to record, but I did write something for the fastest 2 minutes, best we can here. Let me send it to you. I should have wrote your name ahead of everything. And then let me just send it to you real quick.
I only had to pee.
Okay.
But if you was a betting man, you bet on those Phillies right now. Then nobody's playing hotter than they are.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, I would. I don't do much betting on baseball.
But I can't stand their fans, man.
Yeah.
I cannot stand the Philadelphia fans.
You just read it, and you ain't gotta super fast it when we do it, but it'll be good. Just offer. I wrote it earlier, so just do that. What'd you just send, Preston?
Yeah, what is that? I really can't. I'm on my phone.
Dude, you know what I should have done tonight? Oh, I might do it next week. It came in.
Oh, Jesus.
I might wear it next week.
Oh, Lord.
My Halloween costume. I ain't going to tell you. I might wear it next week on stream.
That thing is old. Trying to get back where y'all are. There you
All
go.
right, Preston, you staying on for NFL or what you about to do? I know you can talk.
I did that for like a minute, and you could hear Chris and Bryson be like, "Hey, Preston, can you hear me? Hey, Preston, hey." Yeah, sure, I'll stay on.
You gonna stay on?
Yeah, I'll stay on.
Stay on, hang out. All right. If you have any thoughts, you can give celebrity picks if you want to.
Yeah, I want to be like a celebrity picker this week. I'll give just like
All
my
right,
pick
celebrity
this week.
picker. We'll see how you do. All right. Hold on, give me 1 second. We don't have. I'm just gonna.
Let me fill my drink up.
All right.
What the hell did you just say?
Let me fill my drink up.
Okay.
Come on. I gotta remember that. Remind me next week. I'll come out here with full outfit. I'll wear it.
You got to play the thing music too.
Yeah. Don't tell them what it is. It's gotta be a surprise. I want you to host the show and then just have me walk in.
I'm ready to hear these fastest 3 minutes about the highest scoring team in fantasy football this past week.
Did you see what I sent you? Did you see your names above what you got to read?
Oh, Chris is doing the $100 wings.
Yeah. You ain't gotta like rush it. Just
I'll be like those announcers. The four horsemen matched up with an injury cup with ball.
I just saying. Last time you felt like you were like Russia. We're good. It's all for fun. Who cares? I was
Chris Bergman.
We had time. If we had time, we would record it and then post it, and then post it on the live stream, like watch it during the live stream. But we ain't got time to do all that. So, all right. I'm just gonna play the countdown and then we'll start because I don't have a intro on here for NFL. I need to make a new one, but I don't have time. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL Weekly Matchup, week number 7. Had a great week of football, as always. Great week of NFL games. Bryson actually came over and watched some games with me this week. We watched Red Zone. Got Bryson sitting down and watched some NFL games this week. Obviously, the Saints really pissed me off. He got to see the live action of me getting pissed off, but we had Red Zone on. That I did have some monitors on for the NFL. I had I had the laptop on, and Brian, shout out to Uzu TV.
UzuTV.com, $120 a year gets you all the channels.
Yeah, Red Zone and everything. You might have to check that out. It's actually pretty good. Just don't do it on the Xbox.
Yeah, don't do an Xbox. Stu, you're making Chris pissed off the whole time because we watched about 20 minutes, cut off, 10 minutes, cut off, 10 minutes, cut off.
Yeah, it works pretty good though. It works pretty good. It was just the way I did it on the Xbox.
UzuTV.com.
But Josh, obviously, I don't know. A couple people might watch this, might only watch NFL with a show. You're back with us, Did you catch any NFL games this week?
Oh yeah, I watched the Red Zone. I watched the Red Zone all day. My brother-in-law and sister came over, brought their little baby. She's 2 months old, so we got the little cousins together for the first time, even though they're real little and not going to remember. But I was able to watch the Red Zone, and I was watching. I left one of the TVs in here from Saturday, and was watching a little bit of the. I think it was the Redskins game. No, it was Tampa Bay and them stupid, ugly cream. Them things were so ugly, bro. No, you like them? Come on, man. I mean, shit, yellow. Like,
I thought it was orange.
That ain't a faded orange, like an orange T-shirt you've had for 14 years.
Josh's favorite Tennessee orange. Sorry.
I mean, that orange on yellow is the ugliest. But anyway, I had that on until the race came on. NASCAR came on, and I was able to turn it on for my son because he wanted to watch NASCAR.
What's going on in NASCAR? I don't even know.
I don't know, but next week, there, if you could go live at the beginning of the college show, because my son said something about he knows last time that the live stream ended when he got to talk about NASCAR with Preston. So if you could go live maybe a little bit before the start of our college
we can do
show,
that.
and I'll put my son with the AirPods in, and he could talk
Yeah.
to Preston about NASCAR, about the playoffs, and
Just
maybe
remind me. Just remind
yeah.
me we can do
So
that.
he would love that very much. But yeah, I was able to watch Red Zone all day. My sister and my wife can't stand the Red Zone; it's too chaotic for them. You know, they see one game and then all of a sudden it's another game.
I don't like it.
It's real hectic for them, but I
Do you
love
have do you do NFL Sunday Ticket at all, like with the quad box or anything?
No, I just have the Red Zone.
Joey's got that on YouTube. I like that too. Now I do like watching Red Zone though. But anyway, Bryson here with us. You know, NFL games. We caught some Sunday. We got the NFL. I mean, we got Wingstop on Sunday. Shout out to Louisiana Rub. If you ever had the Wingstop Louisiana Rub wings, hey, them things were probably the best Wingstop flavor I've had.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Bryson, thoughts?
Yeah, I came over. I sat down. Probably the first time, probably 24 years of my life, and watched some NFL on Sunday.
We've streamed some games together, but no.
You know, I'm really watching more NFL. You know, got the fantasy going this year. It seems like left or right, only my players want to get hurt. You know, it's just ridiculous. But it was fun watching.
Not
it.
true at all, but yeah,
sure. And it was a great time watching with Chris, and you have some Wingstop, Louisiana Rub. Shout out Louisiana Rub.
Preston here with us tonight. He was on the college show, decided, hey, he's going to stay for NFL. I don't know how much NFL he's been watching this season. Preston, how much NFL have you been watching this season, and thoughts on last week?
I probably watched the most NFL through this much of the regular season than I've ever watched. Just like Bryson, I'm not huge in the NFL. I prefer college. All my effort here's my mouth. Yeah. All my efforts go to college football for Saturdays, the occasional Thursdays and Fridays, and possible Mondays. But no, it was really good. I got to watch my Falcons yet again lose. You know, gave me hope. Started out 2-0, and here we are, 2-3.
Who did the Falcons? They played Washington. That's right.
Commanders.
Washington. That's right. Anyway, yeah, let's recap some of the games here. We had some big games, some upsets, a lot of big upsets this week. Two of the best teams going down. Obviously, we had the Browns upsetting the Niners with P.J. Walker. P.J. Walker tried to give it away in that game, but you know that Browns defense is strong. Browns winning 19-17 over the Niners. Obviously, Debo going down. McCaffrey might be out. It looks like they might all play this week, but we'll have to see. Josh, thoughts on the Browns defeating the Niners?
Yeah, the Browns defense playing good. Debo Samuel going out early in that game really hurt my fantasy team in one of my leagues, but it hurt the play calling. I think. I mean, Debo gets a lot of targets, and then McCaffrey going down. They started off pretty good, but that Browns defense is something serious. They're able to rush the inside and outside and make people beat them. You know, on the outside on one-on-one coverage if you can do it. But the Browns defense is really good. It definitely was surprising to see the Niners lose that game.
Bryson, thoughts on the game? Any thoughts? I know we watched a little bit of the red zone, saw some Niners. Debo Samuel going down for you. Any thoughts?
Yeah, Debo went down. It screwed me. That's all I can really say about that. Like Josh said, Browns defense did look pretty good. I was surprised. I thought the Niners was going to blow them out.
Some weather in this game. I mean, had some rain. I think some rain off and on in this game. Winds pretty high. So, you know, it was pretty low score, but we expect it to be a low score either way. Preston, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, with the Browns beating the Niners and the Jets beating the Eagles, there's no undefeated teams left in the NFL. This game surprised me. I have a lot of San Francisco's players on my fantasy team. Debo, I traded away Ayuk last week. Try to get Brock Purdy. Yeah, they didn't really help me out this week. So they definitely need to, figure some stuff out for them.
Gotcha. Yeah, like you guys said, my dad's a big Niners fan. He was pissed off about the missed field goal. He wanted them
gold.
My dad came in saying he could have made that field goal. Robbie Gould they should have Robbie Gould as the kicker again. Robbie Gould would have made that, and he's very upset. So Brock Purdy didn't look too good in the game. Obviously, we'll have to see. He steps up. next game, but we'll see. Kittle not getting many targets lately, so besides when they played Dallas. But yeah, next game, Jets upsetting Philly 20-14, getting the interception there at the end. Jets still making a run without Rodgers. Josh, thoughts on this game? You think the Jets can still do it without Rodgers? I know Rodgers may come back walking and everything. So
Yeah, I mean, I seen a video of him throwing the football out on the field, warming up. I mean, there's a possibility. I guess he could come back. What were they saying, like week 11 or 12 or something like that? Maybe. But their defense can definitely keep them in every game. That
they even had both their corners were out in this game, I believe.
I know, and I mean, they have got probably the second best defense in football in the NFL right now, behind the Browns. And then I have the Lions defense up there too. They're pretty good. But yeah, that was definitely surprising to see the Jets do that. Jalen Hurts didn't look good at all. So yeah, definitely surprising to see both of those teams lose.
Gotcha. Preston, any thoughts? Jets upsetting Philly. Philly, to me personally, I'll say Philly has won. They were undefeated, but hasn't looked, too great. And Jalen Hurts, I know, struggled a little bit. Preston, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those games. I got to watch the second half of it. It was bonus coverage for me when I got to watch it. That Jets defense is legit with Quentin Williams. They got a couple other really good players on their defense. Like you were asking, can they still do it without Aaron Rodgers? With Zach Wilson as their starting quarterback, I don't think they're going to have enough to get them through that longer postseason in the NFL, but I think they can make the postseason. I think they can win a lot of games going forward. That defense is legit. And if they stay healthy on that defense, it's going to be hard to beat them, week in and week out.
Gotcha. Bryson, any thoughts on, the Eagles? I believe you left towards the end there, towards the game, so I'm sure you didn't see too much of it. You might have saw the first half a little bit, but any thoughts on the Cougar Hunter?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to the Cougar Hunter. I mean, that's why I like the Jets. I know. Sorry, Rodgers went down, but the Cougar Hunter came in and he went hunting and he got them to win. And big shout out to Stu Feiner. He called it this week.
Barstool Sports.
Yeah, he called it.
Sports
that was his mortal lock. Money line Jets.
Yeah.
And I'd be damned if it didn't hit. Shout out to the Cougar Hunter.
Yeah. Big win there for the Jets, obviously. Like I said, Jalen Hurts not looked too hot there. 3 interceptions, I believe. Yeah, 3 interceptions that game. Couldn't get the running game going in that game at all either. A.J. Brown did well, but, Eagles will bounce back, though. Have a tough game this week, and probably going to be one of the best games of the year against Miami, I believe, on Sunday night. So, but let's keep it going here. Detroit continuing to roll, winning 20-6 over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, I believe, coming off a bye week, and then facing a tough Detroit team. Josh, is Detroit the best team in the NFC right now?
I was just talking to your brother earlier, and yeah, I got them at number 1 in the power rankings this week after 6 weeks. After 6 weeks of football, I have the Lions.
Both NFC and AFC, or just the NFC?
Yeah, both NFC and AFC power, like the power poll, my top 5.
Yeah,
I got the Lions at number 1.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, it's close for me. Yeah, I'm a little biased when somebody just hit a home run in that game. Sorry, I was looking. I'm a little biased. Between the Niners. I mean, I do like the Niners a little bit, so I want to say the Niners. But after giving up that game, I still think the Chiefs don't play up to the regular season sometimes. So I think once it comes to playoff times, we'll have to see. Preston, I mean, do you think the Lions are the best team in the NFC or possibly the NFL like Josh has them?
They've been really good. I thought they were going to be a lot. I thought they were going to be better than they were last year. Dan Campbell has been able to get that team playing a lot better. That's got a different mentality in Detroit, and they actually go into the games thinking they can win. Jared Goff's, showing that he's still that quarterback that took the Rams to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. So I mean, they've got some key players on that team. I think they can, continue to make some noise. Best team in the NFC. Nah, I would still reserve that probably either for the 49ers or for the Eagles as of now. We'll see in a couple weeks. They're up there.
Clay Rick says he'll be buying a Lions jersey for Thanksgiving Day. Bryson, thoughts on the Lions?
Got a little special guest appearance here.
Oh,
The mini Gator fan.
Dad mode.
Shout out to Clay. Shout out to the Lions. Yeah, Lions.
Any thoughts? I mean,
Yeah.
beating
Lions, baby. Detroit.
Detroit. All right.
Yeah, Eminem, 8 Mile.
You ain't
Slim
got.
Shady.
Do you have any fancy players on the lines though?
Nope.
No, Jamar Gibbs. No. Okay.
No, not Jamar Gibbs. I just know Clay likes the Lions. I know he says I got a T-shirt with a lot
Bryson,
of
I'm
teams.
gonna throw you another question here.
Okay,
We're
go
gonna
ahead.
get into
Go ahead.
Dolphins offense continue to dominate.
Yeah.
Do you think Tyreek Hill is possible? Would you give the MVP right now
Oh yeah,
to Tyreek Hill or Tua?
Oh, give me the Tyreek Hill. I think he said that he was trying to shoot for 2,500 or 3,000 yards.
2,000.
2,000. You gotta be quiet because the baby's sleeping 2,000 yards. Well, 2,000 yards.
He's got his headphones on.
Yeah, give it Tyreek Hill. What a dog. Playing the game and going home and screaming the madness. Working the 9 to 5 and going to your second job. I mean, can't beat it.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would think Tyreek Hill is the MVP right now. I mean, Jalen Waddle really hadn't been doing much. I mean, he's had some targets and stuff, hadn't really got going. Tyreek Hill is doing it all, man. I mean, Mostert's been good. The whole running gap.
Acme, whatever you say his name.
But I mean, there's not really, at the quarterback position. I mean, besides Tua, I mean, what other quarterback has been like super dominant? So Josh, I mean, any thoughts on that? Miami, Tyreek Hill being the MVP right now?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's unstoppable. He's got like over 150 yards in four games this year so far. That celebration he had to grab phone to a spot that. I do think he's the MVP of the league right now, but he needs to stay healthy.
Gotcha, Preston. Thoughts on that?
Tyreek Hill, I mean, definitely, he's one of the most electric players in the NFL right now. To say he's the MVP, yeah, I'd probably say he's probably up there in the top 3 right now. To give it to him right now, no, not yet.
Not yet. It'd be cool to see a receiver win it, though. I don't know.
Do you have another game after this?
Another game?
Yeah, you better recap another game because I got something to say. I just thought about it.
Go for it.
All
What
right.
do you have to say?
Yeah, here we go. Kind of pissed me off.
What is it about?
All right.
Okay, I'm worried.
Damien Harris goes down for the Bills, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, hang on. Anybody look at the ambulance?
Yeah, it had DeMar Hamlin on the back.
It's like you're retiring his jersey on the damn ambulance. I mean, that to me is just ridiculous. I mean, why would you want to be on an ambulance?
I get it.
I mean, we ain't. He didn't. We ain't. He ain't retire. And say like they want him to die or something. I mean, you hanging your jersey or your jersey number.
I mean, he did die on the field
on the ambulance. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous.
I think it depends how he feels about it. I think that would
see now the baby's getting pissed.
I think yeah.
I mean that
Josh, if for some reason you have to rush off, don't worry about
it. She's lost her words right now. God Almighty, oh my God. Oh my God! I said, turn off the screen. Off the screen.
We about to get another appearance.
Hey, did that look like what Tyreek Hill did?
Anyway, but no, I think it depends how he feels about it. And some people were saying there was a whole controversy of DeMar Hamlin. They're saying if he stepped on the field, as long as he stepped on the field, he's winning comeback play of the year. He's favored. We'll not get into that. We don't need to get into that too much, but good to see him. Good to see him back. Good to see him on the field. Let's go to our players of the week. Player of the week. I'll start us off here. Preston mentioned him. Not big statistically, but he got his first interception of his career. Me and Bryson saw this. Quentin Williams intercepted Alabama teammate Jalen Hurts for his first NFL pick. Defensive lineman, awesome to see. I believe it was a tip pass. Very cool to see. I like Quentin Williams, very likable dude. So, glad to see him get his first interception of his career. Who would have thought? Josh, you got a player of the week?
No, I don't. But I just wanted to touch base. I didn't know that Quincy Williams, the linebacker,
his brother?
It's his brother.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool to play on the same team with your brother. That right there in the defense, he's right behind you. That's got to be pretty cool. I mean, if I had to have a player of the week, I guess I could go for the layup here and go with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
probably pick him every week. Mostert. What's Mostert got? Yeah, he's got so many touchdowns. Mostert's got 11 touchdowns through 6 games.
Wasn't really a lot of high scoring besides the Miami game, but Bryson, do you have player of the week?
Yeah, I was gonna go with whatever. I forgot his name already.
What was his name?
Quinn Williams.
Quentin Williams. We're gonna go the same thing.
I really was.
All right, Bryson.
I really was. I mean, you got shout out to the new boys. I mean, we don't get much love.
Yeah, I think I stole Bryson pick. We did watch that live, so it was kind of cool to see. And to be honest, like high score, there wasn't a lot of high scoring the week. But I know Preston, he doesn't expect to be here unless he wants to have a player. Do you want to have a player of the week?
I'm going to take a player of the week just because it helped me win my fantasy week versus the number one guy in the league. And I'm not taking one person. I'm not taking 2. I'm not taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to take 11 guys. I'm going to take the Cowboys defense, keeping Austin Eckler in check. That gave me the boost I needed to beat the number one guy in fantasy this week. They kept Austin in our league to less than 100 yards total offense. He had, I think, 35 yards off 4 catches and 14 carries, 27 yards. Kept him to a fantasy point of 8.2. I won this week 116.54 to 114.18. Not only did I beat the number one player in the week, but it kept him lower than the median this week. And I went 2-0. He went 0-2. That vastly helped us all out. So that's my player of the week. Dallas defense.
Bryson is funny. He's stupid. All right, players of the week are done. We didn't do this last week. We're gonna get in to what we've done, our new segment here. We're getting close to midway through the football season, and any team still has a chance to win in the C&BSports Fantasy Football League, as we have 4 teams tied for first at 4-2. 6 teams tied for second at 3-3, and 2 teams in dead last with a 1-5 record. Oh, I forgot. I lost the music. Hopefully it don't cut me off this time. I apologize if it does. Let me know if the music messes up here. It's going to play.
To match up with injured cut my balls team in week 6. I've cut my balls. Recently lost Justin Jefferson and Eddie Richardson to the IR. Cooper Kupp and his balls did return to week 5, and in week 6 he led 28 fantasy points, but it wouldn't be enough as the 4 more spins kept dealing.
Is the music not working? Why is it?
Yeah, it's breaking up.
It's breaking up.
Yeah.
Bryson, what are you reading?
We wrote a segment, but Bryson he didn't have time to read before, so I usually write a segment for us every week.
We gotta do these before live.
We gotta do it before.
Do that shit live. Cut it. Past 2 minutes will be next.
I'm gonna do the fastest 2 minutes. I already wrote it out. I'll do it.
No, send it to me. I want to try and read it.
I'll do it. No, I got it. Is the music good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We good now? Cooper Kupp and his balls did return in week 5, and in week 6 he led with 28 fantasy points, but it wouldn't be enough as the 4 Horsemen kept dealing and dealing with their 4th straight win. I thought it was amazing, but the 4 Horsemen 141 cut my balls 100. The Virgin King continues to deal with injuries. He lost wide receiver 2 Deebo Samuel in early in Sunday's game. Kyle Pitts finally lost the opportunity, catching his first touchdown of the season for Team Post Mahomes. 122, the Virgin King, 94. Jaquavius Bennett continues to make veteran moves as he benched T. Higgins for Curtis Samuel in the flex spot. Her big booty struggled as no player earned over 19 points on his roster. Jaquavius Bennett is cooking up something nice with his 3rd straight win. Jaquavius Bennett, 113, her big booty, 88. Bijan Mustard's worst nightmare came true as he got the Johnson all-India in week number 6. Johnson all-India was, of course, led by Steve. down in Minnesota with 22 points. And speaking of Big Johnson, 19 points from Derrick Henry. Johnson all in you. 109, Bijan Buster, 71. Wow, what a close game this was as we had Let Danny Cook face off against Mahomes Depot. Mahomes Depot had a 28-point lead going into Monday night. With Tony Pollard 17 points, CD Lamb's 19 points. Let Danny Cook his way to his closest win of the season. Let Danny Cook 122.5, and Mahomes Depot 122.3. Poor Prescott's people and the starting running backs Savon Ahmed and Dante Foreman had to face off with Tyreek Hill, and the high dollar wings. Prescott's people got a great performance from his receivers with 20 points, Stephon Diggs, 17 points, Chris Olave, but it was no match for Raheem Mostert, 34, and Hills, 28 points for the high dollar wings. High dollar wings, 151, Prescott's people, 119. Appreciate it. That's how you do it right there. We had to go through tech. I don't know why it does that. Got to go through tech.
When the segment of the song goes low, I could hear you. I could hear you pretty clear.
I need to figure out the sound.
It's
I don't know why
when the sound is up, when the instruments are up, you break up real bad, and it's hard to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, like Bryson said, we're gonna have to record it because it doesn't.
Well, but like if you could put the song on a different something different, like
actually,
maybe a phone or something in the background, set on the back of the couch.
We'll have to see. We'll have to try something different. But anyway, that's the fastest fantasy football 2 minutes. We're having an exciting, fantasy football league's close right now, man. I think we have a lot of us, like I said, tied at 4-2. A bunch of us at 3-3. It's anybody's chance to win. I believe it's got me projected as the highest percentage chance to make the playoffs right now is 88. So my team 4-game winning streak. I like the trade I made. I'm loving my team right now. So we'll see how it goes. But let's get into some of the games here. We're going Thursday night football. We're going Jaguars at the Saints. Saints favorite.
Hold on.
1.5. What
you want the records from last week?
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, go ahead and give us the records.
All right, we'll start off with me. I had the lowest score record of 8-7, which brings my record to 52-41. Chris, you went 10-5. You were the highest scorer last week.
About it.
Brings you to 56-37. Bryson, you went 9-6, brings you to 46-47. And Clay went 9-6, and he is 52-41. So me and Clay are 4 games behind you, tied at 52-41.
So y'all
Bryson's 10 games back.
Ooh, 10 games back.
Hey, you know what?
He had a pretty good week last week, and not a bad week this week.
Yeah.
A guy I don't watch any damn NFL, and I'm going positive.
Lead us off. Jaguars at the Saints. Saints favored by 1.5.
Saints play like shit last week, even the Jags.
Jags? You taking the Jags?
Yeah, Jags.
Is Trevor Lawrence playing in this game?
They said he was.
They said he was. Okay.
Today on the Pat McAfee show, they said he was going to play.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, Saints, like you said, hadn't been looking good. Defense is still there. Olave, still a great player. Kamara's looked good on his way back. Just can't seem to get it done. Can't seem to put up enough points. But Jaguars are hot right now. But I think they've had their struggles too. I'm gonna take the Saints at home to cover the 1.5. Could be a bias pick, but I got to take the Saints here. Trevor Lawrence has struggled with turnovers in the past, so maybe Saints get a few turnovers here and possibly win this game on the defensive side of the ball like usual. I was looking. It says he's still questionable with his knee, but I'm guessing he's going to play. Trevor Lawrence. I don't even know who the backup is there. It's Beathard. So yeah, Beathard's not bad either. But Josh, who you got in this game?
Yeah, I'm going with the Jaguars. I think ETN can keep the Saints defense honest up front to open up a little bit for Christian Kirk. Maybe Calvin Ridley can get going, and what's their tight end, Evan Ingram. Yeah, Evan Ingram. I had to pick him up because Schultz is out this week with a bye week, so I picked up Ingram. So hopefully he can get a few points on the Saints defense, which is pretty good defense. So I went with the Jags and Clay with the Jags.
Gotcha.
So you're
Preston,
so low on the Saints.
Preston celebrity. I can write it or however we want to do it. You ain't got to make a whole thing for him, Josh. We'll see how he does. Preston, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Jags plus 1.5. I got to ride with my guy Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence. I think they get the job done. I think they win outright in New England on Thursday.
Not New England.
I mean, not New England, New Orleans.
Nice.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Next game, let's go Sunday, 1 p.m. I thought they were playing in Germany this week. No, are they?
No London games this week.
Well, I thought they were playing in Germany. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Falcons at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers favored by 2.5. Josh, lead us off.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can't trust Desmond Ritter for nothing, and I for the life of me, I don't know why they don't go to Tyler Heineke. Is that how you say his name, Heineke?
Offense wasn't too bad last week. Drake London got involved, Kyle Pitts, but
they scored early.
I think Heineke's be a better leader.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to pull the plug on Ritter or not, but I like the Bucs in this game to cover the 2.5.
Yeah, Bucs to bounce back here after losing Bryson.
I went to Bucks here. You know, Ritter's trash. 3 interceptions, just pure trash. Trash at Cincinnati, trash at NFL.
That's a problem. I mean, well, he wasn't that bad at Cincinnati. Come on now. I mean, but anyway, that's the problem. The turnovers have been a problem lately for Ritter. I'm going with the Bucs as well. Preston, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going to make it a clean sweep here. I like the Bucs minus 2.5. The Falcons have got to show me something they haven't shown me all year. I thought they had that it factor when we came back to beat the Packers at home in the fourth quarter. I thought they had the it factor last week when they won on a walk-off field goal. Nope, they keep surprising me and keep letting me down after that as well. I think Arthur Smith, for this team, I think he's probably the best coach for it. He's a real players kind of coach. He's not afraid to go for it in situations where you get it. It helps you out a lot. If you don't, it really hurts you. I like the Bucs. I think Baker Mayfield and them have played a little bit better. And I think they're going to get the job done on Sunday.
Gotcha.
Clay took the Bucs.
Who did you take in the first game? I was about to ask if Clay has
Jaguars.
So Jags and Bucs.
Damn, my brother going against you.
That's fine. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Look at his record. Go look at mine. Come on now.
Yeah,
come on now.
Get pissed.
I don't think he's right about his
Lions.
Yeah, might not be right this week. We'll see.
They own you, Clay, if you watch it.
Lions at the Ravens. He said he had it on the big TV. Lions at the Ravens. Ravens favored by 3.5. Ravens favored in this game. Kind of weird line for me. I know the Ravens are at home. I'll lead us off. I'm just going to take the Lions. I'm still not a believer in the Ravens, even though they've been playing somewhat better. I don't think they have the weapons on offense. I know Lamar can get it done on his own, but I don't think they have the weapons. And I think this Lions team is pretty good. Probably like Josh said, probably could be the best team in football. And I'm still not a huge believer in Baltimore just yet. I think they can do well in the AFC, but I don't know. Preston, who you got in this game?
Yeah, I'm going to go with you as well on that one. I think Lions plus 3.5. I think they've got that winning mentality. They're just the toughness to them. Lamar Jackson's had a couple games where I wouldn't say it's all on him, but they haven't played to the best of their ability. They are home. I think that's going to help them out a lot. But I like that tougher team. That's the Detroit right now. I'm going to take the Lions plus 3.5.
Bryson.
Even the Lions. Lamar Jackson's not impressed me at all yet this season. Going Lions.
Josh.
Yeah, Clay. Who do y'all think Clay took?
Coming from London. No, he took Lions. Coming from London, too, so it's a little trip for the Baltimore, even though they get a little.
Yeah, he went with the Lions. I'm going with the Lions. Lamar Jackson can be a problem. Flowers guy for the Ravens is becoming he's becoming a threat every time he touches the ball. But I just think the Lions are too much, even with Montgomery out. So
looks like Gibbs is gonna be back though.
Yeah, Gibbs, but that Reynolds guy too. maybe this could be Gibbs' breakout game, but the Ravens do have a good run defense.
Yeah, I picked up Reynolds in fantasy. We'll see. Might have to play him some. I don't know if it was in our league or what league, but yeah. Next game, let's go to we're gonna go Commanders at the Giants. Commanders favorite Washington favored by 2.5. Preston's cat making an appearance. Bryson, lead us off.
The Commanders' defense looked very good against the Falcons, even though they face Falcons. Giants are 10 times worse than the Falcons, so give me the Commanders.
Yeah, Giants at home. I like the Giants defense. They stuck with Buffalo. Commanders. They were able to get some turnovers here if Tyrod Taylor plays. I mean, Giants getting Wandale back. They still got Darren Waller. I don't know if Danny Dimes plays. Danny Dimes turns over the ball too much. But I still like the Giants here. Defense is pretty good. I think they can. As much as I like Sam Howell, I think the Giants can get it done here at home. Josh.
All right, Clay went with the Giants.
Surprising.
That game against the Bills, I felt like Giants kind of got gypped on that last play. That was obvious pass interference. It didn't get called. I didn't like that at all. But Washington's defensive front is just they're nothing to play with, man. I think Washington can win this game by a touchdown. So I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
Conspiracy was they couldn't have the Bills, Niners, and Eagles lose all in the same week, so they NFL. Yeah, but anyway, Preston, who you got?
Yeah, I like the Commanders. They came into Atlanta, they did what they needed to do, so they won the game. And I think they're going to do the same thing again. I like Commanders minus 2.5.
That's a W for me right there. That's what I'm talking about. We'll take that. Anyway, let's go to the next game. Bills at the Patriots. Patriots not too hot. Bills favored by 9.5. Josh, lead us off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think their game against the Giants kind of maybe woke them up a little bit. I think they're really not going to take any team lightly. I think they kind of took the Giants lightly. I'm going to go with the Bills to cover that easy against freaking Mac Jones playing like crap. So I don't see the Patriots putting up much of a fight here.
Bryson.
Yeah, I agree with Josh there. I mean, Bills by a lot. Patriots, they might be worse than the Giants. They're pretty bad, but give me the Bills.
Preston.
Yeah, I like the Bills minus 9.5. The Patriots have been absolutely just awful to watch. This is just, they were like this last year. They were like this the year before. We'll see, but I like the Bills minus 9.5. I think they're going to get the job done.
Gotcha, man. Yeah, I really want to take the Patriots here, but I can't do it. Coming off a tough game against the Giants, but I know Josh Allen can turn over the ball a little bit, but this Patriots team's just not there. I got to take the Bills. I know the Bills had their number the last few times, beating them down pretty bad. So give me the Bills. Who'd Clay take?
The Bills.
Okay.
Did you say Josh Turner?
I didn't say Josh. I said at first I said Josh. I think I accidentally did that, and then I said Josh.
The long black train.
Oh, stupid. Next game, let's go to Raiders at the Bears. I didn't write down a pick in this game. Raiders favored by 3.5.
I'll pick for you.
No, that's good. Bryson, who you got?
I'm going with old Jimmy G. I'm going with the Raiders.
Is he healthy? I think he might be out.
Oh, really?
I think both quarterbacks might be out this game, if I'm not mistaken.
What? Who was it? Hoyer?
Aiden Hoyer. It's either Hoyer or Aiden O'Connell. I can look. Hold on.
Brian Hoyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Hoyer.
Good God.
You said that. Doubtful to play is Justin Fields. So Justin Fields looks like Garoppolo
is going to play,
won't practice Wednesday. So if Garoppolo's out, it was Aiden O'Connell, but I believe now it's Brian Hoyer.
Oh, good God.
He was actually not that bad, they said. And the backup for the Bears is Badgett, who played a little bit last week. He's more than likely going to start in this game.
Yeah.
Man.
So
no Brian
Hoyer. You going with the Raiders, Bryce?
Yeah, oh man, Brian, ball-headed
Yeah,
Brian.
I'm going with the Raiders as well. I just think Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers, all them weapons will be able to torch this Bears defense. So give me the Raiders minus 3.5. Josh,
Yep, it's a clean sweep across the board. Me and Clay both went with the Raiders.
Preston, who you taking?
Yeah, I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna take the Bears plus 3.5. I think you know what? If it's a battle of the backups, I'm gonna go with the home team here.
Preston, hey, Preston, if you get 11 wins this week, we're kicking Bryson back off the show, and we're bringing.
Hell,
I mean, you have to come back now. Bryson can join with us.
That's fucked up.
You have to come back next week if you come back. We'll have you and Bryson as a team and pick picks together.
go to bed early now.
Go to bed early now. I hear you. You're the one who was all. Hey, you were all for the NFL. I don't want to hear that shit. You were all for it. Anyway, next game. Let's go to Browns at the Colts. Browns only favored by 2.5 in this game. I know PJ Walker looks like he's going to play in this game. Deshaun Watson's going to be out again. Minshew didn't look too hot last game. Taking the Browns to cover this number. I think, it could be a trap game, but, I just think the defense is going to be able to kill this Colts offense, and Browns win this game. Josh.
Yeah, I'm going with the Browns as well. I think the defense is good and their offense is good enough to get it done. So yeah, I'm going with the Browns. I don't think Minshew can get it done.
Preston.
Yeah, I like the Browns minus 2.5 here.
Bryson, who are you taking?
I know AR's. I think he's gonna be out rest of the season. That sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, Browns looked pretty good against Niners last week, so give me the Browns.
Taking the Browns. Clay, take the Browns.
Yep.
Everybody take the Browns. No surprise there. Next game, 4 p.m. games. We're going to Cardinals. Divisional game here. Cardinals at the Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 8.5. Bryson, who you got?
Give me the Cardinals.
Bryson taking the
I think
Cardinals.
8.5 is too much.
2.5.
I know.
What's the word on Kyler Murray? Anybody know?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So 2 weeks after this game, or 2 weeks? Okay.
I think it's 2 weeks, including this week.
I know DK was getting mad during that game. He was open a lot and Kittle getting frustrated. So I don't know if that's going to still bother him in this upcoming game or is he'll brush it off. But I like Arizona to cover.
Gotcha. Josh.
Yeah, I'm taking Seahawks. I think I think Kenneth Walker, he's been playing pretty good. I think they do get Metcalf involved. I think he doesn't overthrow him. Geno doesn't overthrow him that much, so like he has been. So I'm going to take the Seahawks to cover this 8.5.
Preston.
Yeah, I like the Seahawks to cover the 8.5 as well. Don't really have any more information other than that. Geno's playing better.
Cards. I'm taking the Cards. Cards
There we
hadn't been
go.
that bad to me. I like the way Josh Dobbs performed this season. Cardinals, they still got a lot of, interesting weapons with Rondale Moore. They got the rookie Michael Wilson. They got Marquise Brown. I like the Cardinals. Seahawks, up and down. Divisional game, I think this is too many points. Way too many points, but could be wrong. Could be a trap. Cards. Could be considered for lock of the week for me, but I don't know.
Clay took the Hawks.
Clay took the Hawks as well. Dang, everybody, a lot of points for freaking Seahawks, but
That's right. We're going to win that one.
yeah, we're gonna win that one. Next game, Steelers at the Rams. Rams favored by 3.5. Tough game, I just hadn't liked the way the Steelers look. They're coming off a bye though. Rams obviously missing some running back, missing what's his name, Williams in this game, and Ronnie Rivers, the other backup.
Deontay Johnson back.
Deontay Johnson's coming back. I'm making sure I want to take the Rams here. I'm going to take them. Cooper Kupp, Nakua. I just like this team. Not a fan of the Steelers, so could be wrong here. Not a very conviction pick, but I just don't like the Steelers' run game. They need to get rid of Najee Harris. Sorry, Alabama fan over there. He's terrible.
It's fine. I got plenty of other ones to cheer on.
So, yeah, give me the Rams. Josh, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams. I think the defensive front is going to be able to control the line of scrimmage in this game. I think they're going to kind of manhandle them. So I'm going to go with the Rams.
Preston.
Give me the Rams as well, -3.5.
Who did Clay take, Josh?
The Rams.
Bryson.
Rams. They're going to ram it in there.
The damn Rams.
The damn Rams.
How about the damn Rams?
Shout to Bennett. Damn Rams.
Who's Bennett? Oh, okay. Sorry. It went over my head. Anyway, next game, let's go Packers at the Broncos. Packers only favored by 1.5 here.
That's weird.
Josh, taking the Packers? What you doing?
I don't know why this line is like this.
Vegas knows.
The Broncos coming off of no?
The Packers are coming off a bye week though.
Yeah, Jones. I don't know what the word is on him.
Man, I'm not high on Jordan Love as I was earlier in the year.
Yeah, he looks good. Like at times, like I thought he was pretty good, and then there's times.
But I think I'm higher on him than I am Russell Wilson, and that's weird to say. So I'm going to go with the Packers.
And Peyton's already mentioned about tanking and stuff. Did you hear that? I'm talking about tanking.
For who?
No, they asked him. So they asked him something, and he's like, "Yeah." I can't fully remember. I have to watch.
I mean, didn't they just give Russell Wilson all kind of money?
Yeah, I'd have to watch it again. But he said for players like Caleb Williams, teams should be out there tanking or something. I don't know.
Owner of the Broncos.
Our team should tank. I don't know. Yeah, it was something. It was something to do with Caleb Williams and tanking. I could be wrong. If somebody's in here, let us know. But yeah, Bryson, who you got?
You should know my pick. Let's ride, baby.
Broncos. Bryson taking the Broncos plus 1.5. I'm going to take the Pack. Josh, Clay took the Packers. I'm guessing.
Yep.
Preston.
I'm gonna go with the Packers -1.5. Got to go with Jordan Love. I need him to have a big game because he's on my fantasy team.
I wonder what the percentage. Yeah, I wonder. He's actually done pretty good though. He's gotten like 20 points. I know the first 3 weeks he had like 20-something points each week. But no, I wonder what the percentage is. Like people like this line. I don't know if the line's changed. How many people have taken the Packers? Next game should be an exciting game here. Chargers at the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 5.5. Bryson, who you got?
I'm going with the Chiefs, but I'll tell you who's been playing some good football. Keenan Allen. He's been playing some damn good football. But I'm going with Chiefs.
Yeah, probably one of his best years. I know he always has pretty good years. Staying healthy so far. Not putting some wood wherever I got any wood, but yeah, 5.5. I wrote down the Chiefs. I like the Chargers, but it seems like they always make too many mistakes. I know Eckler. Chiefs are at home. Eckler. If he can get going, possibly they can. I think they're going to compete. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, divisional game. But I got to take the Chiefs here, 5.5. Josh.
Yeah, Chiefs defense is getting better each week. I don't think they're as good as Dallas defense. I do think that even though they said that he wasn't on a snap count. And, I think they were kind of easing Eckler back in. I think he'll have a bigger game this week. I think that'll open up. I think Josh Palmer has been surprising me. So I'm going to go with the Chargers here to cover that 5.5.
They had the young rookie over there from was it Kansas State or TCU? Dang, I forgot his name.
Oh, that number one receiver.
Denard
Johnson?
No, not Quentin Johnson. Yeah, him too. But they got another guy from Kansas State. He's pretty good. They were against each other.
I don't think the Chargers win. I think they keep it closer than 5.5 though. So I'm going to go with the Chargers. Chiefs with a late field goal to win.
Yeah. Who'd Clay take?
He went with the Chiefs.
Right, Preston.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs -5.5.
Chiefs. I like
shout out to Taylor Swift.
I like your pick there, Josh. Make me. I thought about taking the Chargers, but I'm gonna take the Chiefs. Next game, probably one of the best games. I'm very excited to see this game. Dolphins at the Eagles. Eagles favored by 2.5. Josh, who you got?
So I think what's his name for the Eagles on defense is coming back, Jalen Carter. I think he's gonna be able to stop up that run. I think they're gonna force Tua to air it out. I think we may see a little bit of end arounds with Tyreek Hill, just because I heard that the wind it's gonna be pretty windy. So that may play a factor in this game. That may play a factor in this game. I don't think it may not be as high scoring as people think it might be.
I think if that's okay, I think the wind will favor. I think that'll favor the Eagles.
Yeah, it will favor the Eagles. But I just think the Dolphins are playing pretty hot right now, and their defense is actually pretty good. And then they get Ramsey back this week, so I'm going to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Dolphins to cover that 2.5, probably to win outright. I think the Dolphins can pull this out.
Yeah, I haven't liked the Dolphins' defense. No, Panthers got up on them a little bit. Adam,
maybe a preview of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it could be. I'm going to take the Eagles here at home. I expect Eagles fans to be loud and proud for this game.
I'm proud. Yeah.
But yeah, run game could get going for the Eagles. Swift, he didn't do much last week. Eagles like to run the ball a lot. Maybe Hurts can get out there. Rainy game, like you said, I think that favors the Eagles. I didn't, know that. I didn't know
it's
that.
It's gonna be windy. I don't know if it's gonna be rainy.
But yeah, well, anyway, they can't air the ball out as much. But either way, I was taking the Eagles anyway. I just think they bounce back here after losing to the Jets. Bryson.
Yeah, I'm with Chris. I think the Eagles bounce back. They're pissed about losing to the Jets because the Cougar Hunter hunt them down. But yeah, I'm going with Eagles. But I still like to see Tyreek Hill shoot for his goal to get the receiving yards he wants. So
he's already got how many?
He's on pace. And nobody's ever gotten 2,000 receiving yards in the season.
What Cooper did? What Cooper Cup the closest though?
Like 1,600 or something.
I thought it was more than that. All right, Jot, who'd you take? You took Miami. Preston, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Eagles to get back on track here. -2.5. I think this might be a game that I could be completely wrong. I mean, Miami's a hell of a team. They really are. Philadelphia, they got a little fire in it right now. They lost a game that really should they have lost? Probably not. But they did lose. And you know what? They get, another really good and tough test here this weekend. I'm going to take the Eagles -2.5.
Who'd Clay take?
The Dolphins.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think if it's a shootout, I think the Dolphins are favored. But if it's going to be could be a lower scoring game, I like the Eagles. Next game, Monday night, Niners at the Vikings. Niners favored by 6.5. Vikings at home. I just don't think the Vikings are that good. And now I'm reading that McCaffrey and all those guys are probably going to play.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Niners.
Debo's going to play for sure.
Debo's going to play.
So
I like Jordan Mason. I like Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell came back, didn't get much work. I know McCaffrey's a big part of the offense, but the defense, I know Vikings. This much in the game. Kirk Cousins in prime time never impresses me. Give me the Vikings. Bryson, are you riding with Kirk?
You going the Vikings, Chris?
Give me the 49ers. I apologize. Bryson, are you riding with Kirk?
Yeah, I want to go Niners, but my pride says otherwise. You like that? Give me Kirk Cousins. I like the Vikings.
Picking with your heart. Picking with your heart.
Josh, who you got? Niners?
Yeah, I'm going with the Niners. They're going to bounce back, man. They're going to flex their muscle, especially if McCaffrey plays. Even if he doesn't play, that Mason guy's pretty good. Debo Samuel could be a running back. His shoulder injury wasn't that bad. Kittle can have a big game. I look for Purdy to be pretty good Monday night.
Gotcha. Preston.
I'm going to roll with the 49ers here, -6.5. Justin Jefferson not playing in this game. And I think that's going to impact the offense. That's going to impact the offense pretty good. I think the 49ers, just like I said about the Eagles, they're looking to get back on track. They're going to score some points. Yeah, I'm going to need them to score some points because I got Kittle on my offense, nothing last week. I got Debo Samuel on my offense, not much last week. So I'm going to need them to kind of go off a little bit. So I'm going to take Niners -6.5.
Gotcha. That is the final game.
Clay went with Niners.
Cleveland Niners. Bye weeks of the week. We have a lot of byes. Bengals on a bye. Cowboys, Titans, Jets, Panthers, and Texans on the bye week this week. Locks of the week. Bryson, you got a lock or no?
Come back to me 1 second.
Anybody got a lock? Preston, you got a lock over there? Help us out. Come on, Preston's going to join it this week. I'll put some money.
I got mine
this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bears and Raiders over 37.5. I think that people are expecting that to be a low-scoring game. I like them to kind of, with the backups, I like them to score some points here.
Sorry, I'm giving everybody free feet view here. I apologize. Bryson, who you got? Oh, shit.
I'm going, give me the Lions plus 3.5.
Lions plus 3.5 against who they playing against?
The Ravens.
Okay, Josh, do you have one?
Yeah, give me the Buccaneers minus 2.5.
Going against his team.
I'm going to go with the Browns minus 2.5. Go with the easy one. I was going to go Niners. Who did Clay give you one, or he didn't write one?
I don't think he did.
If not, we're going to give him the Niners because I kind of like the Niners, but we'll see.
Give him the Niners.
We might be giving them the Niners. Clay, give us the Niners. Tell us you want that as your lock of the week. But all right, yeah.
Clay's gone to bed.
Yeah, Clay's gone to bed. It was 10-11. He ought to be up. He got to work in the morning, I know. All right, appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube, follow, download the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Should be back, like I said, next week on Wednesday night. Hope we have a good week of NFL and college football. Appreciate everybody watching. Peace. All right, if you joined the live stream, appreciate it. I don't think many people's here no more if anybody's here. But deuces. I can end it.